All right, let's make your plan real. I'm going to be using our 2-year freedom plan. And if you want to grab your own copy of the workbook, plus the other resources we use in this course, the link is down below. Once you have it open, we'll walk through it together step by step. So I have my 2-year freedom plan open now, and you can see across the bottom, we have 4 tabs. We have personal, startup costs, our year 1 cash flow, and our year 2 cash flow. But we're going to start on the personal tab. This tab combines everything on the personal side of your plan. What life costs, what you like to pay yourself, and any available funds you have to get started. So in this personal expenses table, you're going to go in and add all of the personal expenses that you listed in your workbook. I've already pre-filled this, but I'm going to add one last one for pet food, $120 for pet food. Next, you're going to enter the current income you are generating. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's part-time income. I've gone ahead and added mine in here. And then underneath that, you're going to put your income goals. So these are the same income goals that you referenced in your workbook. These are the numbers that I added in my workbook, so I've gone ahead and added them in here. The last table you're going to fill out is available funds. So these could be funds in your savings, or maybe a line of credit, or maybe a loan. I've gone ahead and included savings. And I'm just going to add that I have $2,000 available. You'll see this target income range is auto-populated down below. So this income range is going to help you set clear targets and realistic timelines for your next steps. Next, I'm going to go over to the startup cost tab. So these are the one-time expenses you need to get up and running. Think of things like equipment, branding, inventory or products, maybe a website setup, anything like that. I've gone ahead and pre-filled most of the startup costs that I'm going to require. The last thing I'm going to add is a budget for some training. So now I'm going to head over to my year 1 forecast. The first thing I'm going to do is enter my company name in here and then add the starting date. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my sales. I'm going to enter the offers for my workbook in here, and then I'm going to enter the quantity I plan to sell of each offer for each month. Next, I'm going to input the average sale price of each of my offers, and this total sales value will auto-populate. Next, I'm going to add any funding that I have to get started. So I've gone ahead and added the full amount of funding available from my personal tab, but later on, I'm going to come back to this to see if I really need to invest this much. Scrolling down, the next section is our per sale costs. If your business has costs that only show up when you make a sale, you're going to add them in here. Think about anything that would disappear if you didn't make a sale that month. Things like material, shipping, or client-specific software. In this example, that's $20 per client for bookkeeping software. If nothing applies to you yet, just leave this blank. I can see here that the startup costs that I entered in the startup cost tab have been auto-populated into this first month. This is where you're going to want to reference your target income. You want these monthly draws to be somewhere in between the amount you need to cover your expenses and your dream income. Next, you're going to add your regular monthly expenses, the ones that you're going to pay no matter what. I've gone ahead and referenced all of the expenses I included in my business plan workbook. And lastly, I'm going to put any credit card or processing fees in here. So for this example, I use 2%, and then the amount that's populated each month is auto-calculated. So now I can see my total cash inflows from all my sales, my total cash outflows from all of my expenses, my net cash flow, which is the total cash that I received from sales, less any expenses that I had to pay. And then finally, we have the cumulated cash flow here. The accumulated cash flow is taking all of the cash flow from prior months and adding it to the current month. Think of each month's balance like your bank balance. You're not starting from zero at the beginning of the month. You're adding all of the prior history together. Now I'm going to head over to the year 2 cash flow. You're going to fill out this cash flow the exact same way you filled out the year 1 cash flow. You might want to play around with the sales volume or some of the expenses just based upon what your goals are that year, but you're going to fill out the spreadsheet the exact same way. At this point, all your data, ideas, and plans now live in one spot with numbers attached. Before you move on, make sure to save your file so you don't lose your work. If you're starting to notice things like months turning red, or you're thinking, that many clients might be tight. Perfect. That means you're seeing the exact value of this exercise. Everything you thought might work is now laid out clearly, and you can see exactly where adjustments might be needed. Seeing it all together is great, but knowing it actually works is even better. In the next video, we'll show you exactly what this data is telling you, how to adjust and stress test what you built. We'll see what's working, what's not, and make the tweaks that turn your plan into something that actually works in real life.